Hello, hello, hello. Good evening. New styles.
We've got news.
Us and Platts. You're swept.
Only because I've been told I'm swept.
Yeah, I told you swept. Got to train it for the wedding. He's got to have his hair trained. Hey, Leah. How are you, my lovely lady? Good evening, Claire. I'm going to bring you on, Claire. Not tonight. One night in a week, and we're not going to talk about Halloween special, but one night in a week because weather's rubbish. Evening, Isaac. It's Tracy. Howdy, both. And then me and you are going to talk about the Halloween special. Hey, Vicky. I hope you're well. So yes. We'll update you on John, even though he's sat here not been getting notifications. Oh, Leah, do you know, it's been a right bugger. Facebook.
To be fair, we have.
Everybody is, but we've not been going out as much at the minute. We've had so much going off, Leah, my lovely. Evening, Antoinette. How are you? Good morning, Steve. I'm yawning away. Evening, Gina. How are you, sweet?
Antoinette, hello.
It's Sean. Oh, your mum's back. Oh, that's good. Still sending loads of love to your old Sean, and just let us know how she gets on, my lovely. And I'm glad she's getting speedy recovery, sweets. So yes, so John's on. What are they?
I've no idea.
Not bleed. Something for blood. He's on blood pressure tablets now.
Blood pressure medication now.
I phoned the doctors up this morning, and I wasn't happy. So we managed to get him sorted. But his results aren't back well tomorrow, but they still put him on tablets because his BP was still coming in at 102, the lower one, and the higher one was still a bit higher. What are they called? I don't know.
No, it's back. I've not caught it.
We're not doing too bad, Gina. Plodding on as normal, my lovely.
Lindsay made me wear an Alice band.
I've put it in a ponytail, but I put him an Alice band on. But he can't wear the Alice band while we're live because it's a ladies' band. So you can see it. So we've took the Alice band off. So he's got like a little bit of a bump in his head. But I'm training his hair to go backwards. And then when it gets a bit longer, it can sort of like part in middle and fall. So yeah. Do you know, Antoinette, I can't believe we got him on medication, to be honest. Evening, Gillian. I can't.
It's going to take. They said up to 4 weeks for it to kick in, and then in 4 weeks I've got to go for a review of my BP check because they've put me on a starting dose of 5 milligram,
but it can only go up to 10.
But it only goes up to 10. This, so if my BP's still high, they'll just double it.
So we'll keep you all informed, but he's still on rest
for a few days.
Yeah, just to get the don't give me that look. You know, I can still hurt you.
You do anyway, mentally.
Oh dear, stress. So Halloween special. I've got to say a massive thank you to Claire for getting this sorted. It's just been on back burner for us, and Halloween's such a special event. We didn't know whether to do an Halloween special before Halloween. We didn't know.
Hey, Kelly.
At least you have some hours. So I know we were really worrying, Antoinette. But excuse me for your Halloween special. Hey, Charles, sending love straight across back over the waters to you, my lovely. So Halloween special will be. I've put 9 p.m. To start the time off with, but I think we're going to go with members earlier, so members have a look round where we are. I'm not giving any clues to where we are.
Hey, Judith.
It's a location that we've never done before. It's also a location that's had I'm not telling you. Me and Claire can tell you.
I don't know.
Not tonight though. When I bring Claire on live,
I don't even know where it is.
No, John ain't got a clue. He just knows that it's a distance away. Is that 9 p.m. though?
Is that a Lindsay 9
That's
p.m.?
a Lindsay 9 p.m. We could actually go live at 8. It just depends. But I've put 9 p.m. down, because I thought we could do members and show members around the location and the things we've got set up first, and then go up main, and then we can come back on and do some extra footage again in members area afterwards. So yes, it's going to be a good night for Halloween. I'm just so thankful to Claire. We can't thank her enough, Claire, for getting it all sorted and phoning round location after location or location.
I don't know, Dave.
You don't know.
Nobody asking me.
And there's no point in asking me, because it might be east or west. I have no idea. We're not at liberty to say yet.
I'm not at liberty to say because I've not been told.
And we've booked his wedding. Well, not technically booked it, but I've got some dates back. So the wedding's booked for next year. So thank you, Claire Sweets. What doctors put you on? I can't remember what it's called.
It begins with an R.
It begins with an R. Hang on. I'm gonna have to spell it out because where's it gone? Messenger. Right. Amlodipine. 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 5 milligram. No, it weren't them, Dave. It's AMLODIPINE. So they're the ones that is being prescribed. So
I spoke to my mum. My mum were on these.
Yeah.
But she's been taken off them.
Yeah, his mum were on these, and 3 days ago they changed her medication because they didn't suit her. She started getting swelling in ankles. But it looks like with John's dad, his mum, and now with John getting this, I think it's more of a hereditary thing coming in. So yeah, but at least it's been caught and everything, so that's good. Bispropro 1.25 milligram. Didn't give me much time to save for my flights and quarantine costs on my return.
For your wedding?
I know.
Who are you marrying?
I don't know yet. Depends who turns up to altar, doesn't it? Might be away from stray off street. Could be away from stray off street, knowing me. Steve, you best get saving because you're coming over.
You're bridesmaid.
You're a bridesmaid. But yes, so it's booked for next year.
We're live streaming it.
I'm not live streaming it. I won't be live streaming it at the party. I will put the photos up. To be honest, we've both been married before. We've both been divorced. I've only done it once, though. John's done it twice.
I do like cake.
So he's more gullible for getting married again.
I just like cake.
Yeah. And then I think afterwards it's just going to be a small. I
mean, David put a post on today and it made me smile.
What was that?
He said that he'd seen on news that government have asked people to check on not elderly but older people to make sure they're okay, you know, with COVID and everything. And like him, I'm up for about 7:30 and I like donuts. So if anybody's passing and you want to check on me, I do like donuts. I'm up for 7.
I know, Claire. So yes, if I'm coming, we'll do your flowers, Lindsay. Oh, thank you, Antoinette, my lovely. Do you know what? I think we may do the invites. I think the ceremony itself, it's only going to be small. I'm only booking smallest room.
We got many friends. No,
we have got many friends, but I just don't. Yeah, I think the party afterwards will be the best. Do I get to choose the colour? Listen, it'll be more fancy dress wedding. I don't think it'll be. I think I might go down the fancy dress line of the wedding.
Kind of a Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones thing. Yeah, I might just let everybody come in fancy dress. To be honest, that's my kind. Well, you can come in your suit. That's fancy dress for you.
It is actually. Got to get used to it. No good buying a suit and not wearing it.
I know.
We're going ghost hunting in it soon.
Yeah, go ghost hunting in your suit just to get you a Halloween theme. It could be, but the thing is, it's the date's in February.
I'm coming as Cupid.
It is the 14th of February.
I'm coming as Cupid.
I actually had the 14th with my third date. because I got to give 3 dates. So I gave the 3 dates, and it's the 14th that they've come back with.
Not listening to me.
No.
I'm coming as Cupid.
Oh, yeah. Cupid,
yeah. I'm gonna
throw down your bow.
I'm going to wear a pink mankini.
Oh, yeah.
And some
do you know, you better wear that now. I'm telling you, I'm holding you to that. That's our anniversary. Yay! But yeah, so it's going to be the 14th of Feb next year. So it gives us something to look forward to. But bearing in mind, we don't really do Valentine's, so to us.
Oh, I don't buy her flowers.
It's not, no.
If I ever buy a flower, she asks me what I've done wrong.
Well, yeah, gothic theme would be. I don't mind a goth theme. I might do a goth
steampunk
with. Could do steampunk, but I think we're going to have a twist of 60s in there.
Well, steampunk is like a 50s, 60s, 20s, 30s,
yeah,
40s, 50s.
Might do mods and rockers. You could wear your suit and get skeleton face paint, John. Exactly, you could. That'd be good. Evening, Dawn. So yes, didn't let it mind morning.
I'll tell you what I would like.
Really down at night. I think John's got to take his in the morning.
Oh well, he just said same time every day. They didn't say take it morning and night, so I just took them when I got them. So I'll be taking them in the morning.
Yeah.
Tell you what I would like.
What would
have you seen them people? They have a skull tattoos on their hand. So when they go like that with their hand, it looks like there's got a skull on the face.
Yeah, I was thinking about having something similar. We could have a matching set.
You always nick my ideas.
Actually, I didn't. I wanted a wolf. It's like a wolf, I think, on the hand. If I go like that, it'd look like I've got a beard.
Less of a beard.
You're trying to say.
Does it?
I think his hair looks back. It looks good swept back. I think we just need to get some gel on it. But you can tell I've got a hairdresser living with me. Look, because she's plaited my hair.
I'm going for a mohawk next.
Yeah. So I've got my hair in plaits, so I'm going to see if it goes all curly tomorrow when we get up. So what we're going to be doing is this week we are going to be looking at the history of some famous hauntings. And we're going to be coming on and we're going to be talking about them and getting other people's opinions. I think we're also going to try and find footage of these said hauntings and try and share the footage at the same time. If John's can do that on his computers upstairs, and try and share the footage so we can have an open discussion about what we're seeing and whether it matches up with the history or whatever.
She's on about a wedding, Yolanda.
What is?
No idea what you're talking about, but I love the 60s music, whatever you're planning.
Could get matching tattoos done instead of exchanging rings. You know, I'd probably do. I think that'd be more. I think I'd enjoy that more than ring, to be honest. It's a matching tattoo, but it'd have to be on. It'd have to be on hand. Clopple is God. Good. Clopple. What's Clopple?
No idea. I
don't know what Clopple is. Is that a tablet? Is that a place? I was looking, but it was too far for John to go. But I think we're going to go and do it afterwards. And we're going to be going to... I've got a tattoo on my ring finger from a previous partner. But the funny thing is it was Mike's dad. And Mike's dad is actually called John. But then I had to have it covered up with a flower. And then I went and met John. And it spelt it in the same way. So really, I shouldn't have had it covered up.
Yeah, you should. It weren't for me, would it?
Yeah, but it saves me having another one done.
Well, that I could have said if I got... Well, I did have an X tattooed on me.
You did have an X tattooed on your arm. I could have said,
rather than me having it covered up, why don't you just change your name?
I could have.
Yeah, it saved me having a tattoo covered up
then. Check out film Paranormal Diaries. Clopple. Oh, right, will do. We are looking at getting our wedding rings tattooed instead of an actual ring. Do you know what, Steve? All day long, I'd do it if I could. I've already got one, so I can't have that done, unfortunately. Well, I could, but it'd have to be like a full design on finger, I think. And to be fair, a lot of tattooists don't like doing fingers because the ink runs.
Is we could chop that finger off.
Yeah.
Chop the same finger off on your other hand and swap them.
Could do, couldn't we? Ask them to like reattach.
I'll do it.
No, you won't. Evening, DQ. I hope you're okay. John 11 written in Roman numerals. I think that's what we're going to have a look at doing today. We were looking, John's going to look and see if he can find the history. Now we know that everything's okay and the medication's in place and what we need to do. If anything else happens or symptoms change. So John can at least start doing a little bit more history looking and coming back online because that's not stressing. John
got bolt cutters. Yeah, I've got some wire cutters.
And he's not touching my fingers. You're a bit nifty in damaging fingers. He is very nifty in damaging fingers. Luckily, it's just his own. But it is going to be a wonky donkey finger.
Not necessarily. It might heal.
It's not. It come out of the day, that thing. And even you said it just drooped.
It only drooped a little bit, though. I didn't droop like it did before.
Swap it with a toe. Oh, no. Oh, I can't be doing with toes, Steve. Not 11, 2, but in Roman numerals. 2 should be 3. Hey, and oh, evening, Joe. Evening, Trish. How are you, my lovely?
Why should it be 3?
I don't know, because it's your 3rd time round, isn't it?
I don't know about you.
Oh, me have it too, because it's my 2nd time.
Well, I'm not got my own name tattooed, am I?
You've got my name tattooed.
Yeah.
He's got it going across his arm. But I told him I'm going to put a tramp stamp on him and put property of Lindsay. I bet you don't offer to clean sofa. I bet you don't offer to clean sofa again, Dawn. How are you, my lovely?
I'm not cleaning again. Cleaning's bad for you.
Evening, Diane. How's everybody been anyway? You've heard enough of us moaning and going on and on and on. I've moaned. I were on last night moaning. I weren't moaning actually. I was worried. So
I was listening to a meditation in bed.
While I were down here talking. Hey, Patricia, how are you, sweets?
Hi, Patricia.
Oh, I'm glad you're feeling a bit better, Trish. I'll probably be back on after live. I might come back on early hours at morning, depending if I wake up. I were up early this morning. I were going to come back on, and I thought nobody's going to be up about 4 o'clock. Just bought some stars. I thought you might like a few. Oh, thank you, Gillian, my lovely. Do you know, the only thing is, you know, when we're on StreamYard and you send stars, we're not being ignorant. It doesn't show. It only shows if people send on YouTube for some strange reason. So,
did you find out who you woke up last night, Lindsay?
It was John who woke up last night, but he didn't actually hear me.
I did hear it, but I
didn't realise I was live.
I thought you were on phone to somebody.
So it was John. I was up at dawn. I should have come live. I'll remember next time to come live. It was a great chat last night. Who was it that woke up? It was John that woke up twice. He got up while I were live, and both times I were laughing. Lindsay, can I? Yes, you can. John, are you listening?
Mm-hmm.
Are you okay to do? Yes, he is. He will get them done, Antoinette. He'll get them done. In fact, it can get them done tomorrow, and then they'll be dry for Friday. And then you can not dry for. They take 24 hours to dry, don't they?
Mm-hmm.
Don't they? I thought the ink took printing ink. Having signal problem. Oh, Andrew, my lovely, not again. Is it to do with phone, Andrew, or is it to?
Well, it's probably gone now.
It might have gone. I'd have just gone to sleep at 4. Naughty. Oh yeah, because I come into mod chat. It was a great night last night. Do you know? I was trying to.
Joe wants to know what that is.
What is that? I've crocheted it. It's a wind chime. No, well, not a wind chime. It's a wind turner. So you're supposed to put it on a tree outside, but obviously it's winter, so I can't hang it from trees. And then when the wind blows, it twirls it, but it's supposed to have something on the bottom of it, and I've not put it on yet. That chat was funny for sure. I've still got to be quiet now because grandkids have gone to bed, and you know how loud my laugh gets. Wow, Lindsay, get you, little Miss Nifty Fingers. I know. Look what I'm crocheting now, though.
Oh, I don't know where my phone is.
Look, I'm crocheting myself a jumper. Look. Let me try and show you right side to jumper though. The pattern, I think that's it. So that's going to be that's the start of my jumper. I don't know if you can see that pattern closely.
It's more of a boob tube at minute.
It's the bottom. It's one side of the jumper. I've got other side to do. Hey, Rachel, did you get my last message last night about the should up your face song? Yeah, we were singing it, Julian. I think we were singing it. The should up your face. I was watching Claire Beale and apt earlier. It kept freezing. Had to come off. Oh, really? I need a new crime history doc to watch. I've watched that one last night. Jordan were watching a really good one other day, and I can't remember if it were on Netflix or whether it were on at Freeview channels or free channels that we use. I'll find out what it were and I'll put it in mod chat, Scott. It were really interesting. I need a double throw done for baby blankets. Ooh, clever lady. Do you know, I'm getting right back into doing this crochet malarkey. Good evening, Dubs. Only just recovered from our wedding on Friday. Congratulations. I hope you had a fantastic, amazing night. And yeah, I hope everything went how it was supposed to. The only thing that I can knit is holes. Real Responders on YouTube has a good choice. Brilliant things. Yeah, but I'll get it. I forgot what we were watching. Jules watched Midnight Mass on Netflix, said it was really good. Yes, she did. She did say it was good. But did she say it was good, or did she say she was watching it? I can't remember. Where's Jules gone? Jules has probably attacked Gary because the parrot got out last night, didn't it? And yeah, the parrot attacked Gary, and Gary is Jules's other half.
I know.
And it went for his jugular. So it might be in trouble. The parrot may have.
Well, I saw something earlier about Jules' message. Someone put something on Facebook, and she'd asked Gary if somebody were in cage, Joe. And they put no, and she put getting back in cage or something.
Do you know? Next week, planning to make Christmas cards. I love homemade Christmas cards. I think they look really good. It is a good one to watch. Brilliant. So Deb says it's a good one to watch, Scott. So give that one a whirl. Joe, me too. It's that tight that my needles squeak. Oh, I hate squeaky needles. Yeah, but I crochet. I don't knit. Scotty, they do have a good calming voice. That guy that narrates Forensic Files is great. She messaged me about Midnight Mass and said it was good. Fabulous. I don't know whether we've watched that, that Midnight Mass. I'm not sure. We watch all sorts of shite. But yeah. So what paranormal chatty things would you like us to look into doing? Anybody got anything they would really like us to look more in depth? Like finding out where it first started, or different things in paranormal. Do you want us to go down the route of
watching it?
Yetis, sure. Is it cryptoids? Do you want to start looking at information on cryptoids? Just when we come on and do like chats, we've got
free
things to engage more with. Or do you want us to look more into the haunting sides of places? I know we were looking at the haunting sides of Chesterfield, the hauntings around Sheffield, and I do want to take you on a drive round. And do like history stops around Sheffield and Chesterfield because they're so close to each other. In fact, South Yorkshire's really good.
Where's John in another room?
I don't know. Parallel Lives. That's a good one, Debs. I might look at, that's one to look at. Parallel lives and different. That who believes in? Who's got that mindset of like me that does think that there is parallel lives out there? Or do you just think that we're
in another room?
Oh yeah, it'd be awesome if one night we could do a history tour. Yes, Scotty, I think it would. I think it'd be brilliant to go around and do an history tour. But really good.
Oh, you ask questions, Lynn, but John can't hear you, and see if the spirits respond to what Lynn's is asking.
That's quite good.
Time shifts need to take.
So what we'd have to do is John would have to have headphones on, wouldn't he, and be listening to like either like necro or spirit box or something on. You'd have to do that. Yeah, we can look at doing that. Time shifts, that's a good one. Near-death experience, the origins of myths, doppelgangers. I believe we have got doppelgangers. I think we have got doppelgangers. Near-death experiences. So many people, when you read about it, some say that they could tell you everything the doctor were wearing in room, or things that were happening outside hospital, things family members were saying. The origin of myths, I think that's going to be a good one to look into, because especially where did it start? Everything starts from something, doesn't it? So who was the first person to actually report a UFO? Who was the first person to report a paranormal experience, do you know? But yeah, no, he's cancelling headphones with a spirit box. It's a good experiment. John looks away. You ask. He says what he hears via the spirit box. Seen some good responses from that. We will look at that. Astral. I don't know whether you've touched up a little bit on that astral projection. I think we've touched only a tiny bit. One do things, and you think I've done this before. Do we think that's a past life? Like deja vu kind of thing? I do. I think deja vu. I think that it is an experience we've had in that place. I also think it may not be with the person that you're there with, but it's shown as the person you're there with. Do you know what I mean? Because I just find it very weird. But saying that, I think sometimes could deja vus be glimpses of the future? Could that be what a deja vu is? It's not the past, it's the future. Because there's been times both of us have done it, and I'm sure people on here would have done it as well, where you're sitting there and you think, I've seen this scenario play out before. I can remember the person that sat in front of me saying this conversation or asking me the question and me giving responses. Is that like a deja vu? So could when we have deja vus, could it be past and present? Or not past, present, no, future, and it past and future. That'd be a really interesting one, I think, to see. What's everybody think
Debs
on
does
that?
astral projection, Dawn does.
I can't do it. I can't do it to save my life. Deja vu, I think, can be past, present, or future, or even past life, past experiences, and dreams. Yes. Scientists think they know what deja vu is. They think it's to do with a time lapse in your brain. Do you know, Antoinette, I understand why people don't like the Ouija boards. Me personally, I don't do the Ouija boards. I used to do them when we were young, and I used to do Ouija boards when I was younger.
You're all right with you. Go, you?
I'll have a bottle. Sorry, I've got a bottle of water down at the floor. I'll have a couple of tablets though. I used to do. I just want one.
Of what?
Mine. I'll have one of mine. I'm getting dry mouth in the morning when I've took others. But the thing with the Ouija boards is, I forgot who it was, and I was having the conversation. I don't do Ouija boards for reasons when we were younger, and then somebody said, "Yeah, but you do a pendulum board." But to me, I don't know whether I look at the pendulum board as something I'm using differently to how I used a Ouija board, but I suppose it's the same kind of connection. I'm asking them to spell. It's like when I work with a pendulum, I'm using the pendulum with the alphabet on, with the yes and no answers. So how does everybody else look at Ouija boards? Do you know? Would you say that when you're working with pendulum and you're asking for the alphabet to be said like we do, or when we're asking for yes and no questions, is that another form of a Ouija board, but people class it as something different? Makes ice, teas and sugars. I think you missed a few of my comments. And sorry, Gillian, my lovely chat's moving quite quickly. You don't think it's the same with pendulum? Why don't you think it's same, Antoinette? DQ wouldn't try it. Yolanda, I won't be even in the same room as one that's been done. No. but yeah, so what makes you think then, Antoinette? Where's your thinking coming in with the difference from the pendulum to the actual board? Is it because you're not pulling anything? You're more protected, but would it be the same on a Ouija board if you went on a Ouija board and you put the same protection up as you should do when you're working or communicating with spirits? Would it still be the same things? Do you know? It's very difficult, isn't it? Because it's on a board and you have to open it and close it down. But you do with a pendulum, Antoinette. You have to open and close a pendulum down. Your pendulum you have to close down, and you still have to do your protection prayers when using pendulum. You can't just leave your pendulum because it's got all the energy in, so you do have to, just like the glass on the Ouija board, it all has to be cleansed, it all has to be closed down properly. Don't like the board stuck broken with a pendulum. Okay, if open and close properly, plenty of protection. I suppose, I mean, like, again, it's not something that I would, it's not something that I would personally use, a Ouija board as such with the finger on the glass, but I'm okay using, finger on it. You could, but I'm okay using the pendulum. I believe there's so much hype with the board, so many movies using them, they've made them scary in a way. They have made them scary in a way. Having a fight in the kitchen. I'm
having a right bad night. I don't know if it's that tablet.
The main difference between pendulum and Ouija is that the pendulum, you generally ask your guides to help you communicate. You do, Scotty. That's quite a big difference than what you do.
I'm walking out of the kitchen and I just chucked tea all over. So I'm about to get a towel, but then when I went to get a towel, I knocked scales upside.
You're just trying to wake kids up, aren't you? With what you're relying on other people's honesty, and with a pendulum, it's only you. Very true. Like you call the spirits, etc. Then you thank them afterwards. Yet, but I haven't seen it done. I think because my friend had a bad experience, I had a bad experience. They should use the planchette and ask them to move. They shouldn't use the planchette and ask them to move it on their own with no fingers on it. I think there is a couple of people that do that. I'm not sure what experience. What's up, John? You feel odd? Do you feel odd?
I don't know. I think, a little bit. I don't know.
Hey, Patricia. My son's just informed me he's doing a Ouija board Halloween. I've told him no way, not in the house, Antoinette. Don't let him do it in the home.
And sage him when he comes in.
I'm a bit slapdash and forget to put protection up when working with spirits. Make sure you do, Debs, because it can have adverse effect on your health, on your mental welfare, on situations around yourself. It really can take if you don't. So always try and make sure that's a priority for your sweets. You're well, Patricia. No. If you try and cheat at anything spiritual, you will know.
I don't think these new tablets, going back to that, Yolanda, I don't think these new tablets will be having an effect.
Gillian commenting anywhere. I've been trying to watch for Gillian's comments coming through, and I've not seen one comment come through from Gillian, so I don't know whether Gillian's comments are coming through. Go on, what were you saying?
I don't think they'll even started to work yet, Yolanda. They told me it could take up to 4 weeks for them to make a difference. So
don't get me wrong. I think if you do it right, call it protection, your guys closing down perhaps a Ouija can be done right and safely. Just most of the time it isn't done like that. And you know, Scotty, that's a good point though, isn't it? How many people misuse
that automatic writing, using a planchette is quite good.
So I just told me maybe you just need to. You can get planchettes with holes for pens, put paper and leaves to see if the spirits will write. You can, but you can also do them. What do you call them? Can't you? Them trigger objects. Trigger objects are good to use, especially when you're in a location.
I might look at making a planchette type thing with an hole in.
Might you?
Yeah, just to put a pen in, not to sit and hold it, not on a Ouija board, just a planchette. So you put an hole in it, you put it on a piece of paper, and then you just leave it with a pen touching the piece of paper, and if it moves, the pen will mark the paper.
Get you. That's okay. Exactly like the God of nil children. Kid on up, it's nothing. Oh, that's no. Sometimes it's community dizzy and feels sick. They do. Ouija boards being sold as kids' toys. But Ouija boards actually started off. I don't think they started out as kids' toys. I think they were brought in for a spirit. It were a parlor game. That's what it were brought in as. It was just a parlor game that got invented. And I think with
it is, Steve. I agree with that.
I think with different beliefs and different people using it, people started see anybody to be found. You, if you think about it, back in day, if you used, well, yeah. If you were using, so that board come in.
Can see you now, Gillian.
Can see you now. Religion would also have made them out to be a bad thing as well. So you've got to look at how different things would have been interpreted. So what else has come through? Like Claire was saying, the myths to things. What else has come through myths? Because it was seen as a bad thing. So because when Ouija boards would have first come out and people would have used them to contact spirit or contact energies, was it the negativity from the religious houses around them that caused it to be that it was you were communicating? It's such a thing, but too many people have had bad experiences with them, and some have been fine and had none. My spirit guide told me to stay away from the boards. Yep, 100%, Charles. And I think if you listen, and it's like we've said before, when you're working with guides or you're working with angels, they talk to you through your gut. If you can't hear the voices, which some people, is it clairsense? Is it not clairsentient? Is it? I forgot. Is it claircognate? I forgot where it is when you can hear them. Clairaudient. There you go. If you're lucky enough to actually hear them talking, that's different.
I might do that.
Quite a few. You listen to your gut. That's why I always say listen to your gut, because that's your guides and that coming in. Because your gut will never be wrong.
I will look into Ouija boards. I might do it as part of my Halloween one.
But I was tough.
I'm doing an Halloween video on Origins of Halloween, so I might include Ouija board into that.
Ouija board,
depending how much there is for separate.
Have a look into Scotty could, if Scotty wants to look into Origins of the Ouija board, and then you could incorporate what he finds with the Halloween stuff, because I think we might focus a little bit this week on Halloween. With Halloween coming up, I think it'd be an interesting build up to where we're going, to what it all entitles, and not just what Halloween means here, but what it means in different countries. I think that'd be interesting. So because the board translates is yes, both positive words. It does. My brother's dad and brother-in-law did a mock-up Ouija board on a piece of paper and a glass. Can't remember what came out of it.
Paint your window,
I went and sat on the doorstep outside. Wow, Scotty. You can do so much more, Lindsay, Exactly, you can. Origins of Scrying. Yeah. I think, what I'm going to do in members, I'm going to put a post up in members, and everybody that's commented who's in members on here, or if you've not commented on here and you see what people are putting, I want you to comment them in, and then we can go through them and get to do it. Hey, Lorna.
Paint your window.
Antoinette's painted her window again for Halloween. It looks amazing. Sham paints the windows. I will put a picture. She sent me one, so I will share it on Hey Hev. I will share it on as Facebook page and members. It looks amazing. Every year she does it, and I ain't got patience to sit and hand paint like that. I'd end up smashing window or throwing John through a window. I won't mind
doing with his window. You can get that stuff that you do, like
don't blame you, Scotty.
You paint on windows and it makes you like your glass into stained glass. I won't mind doing a scene on window, but it'd have to be an Halloween type one. But it'd have to be up all year. That's the only thing.
That's all right. Do it on that window, but you have one side that Halloween and then other side I want Christmas. Sorry, it's got to be that deal or no deal.
No deal.
Deal or no deal, mate. No deal. If you look in the window, don't say Candy Man. I know. Wi-Fi picks up fab, saw them on Facebook. They do. I got them chalk pens this year to do a picture on the window. I don't know what paint do you use, Antoinette? Because obviously,
well,
it's got to be proper
Dawn's got
window.
cobwebs and lights over us. We've stopped cleaning in July, so we've got cobwebs for Halloween.
Oh dear. I've said back crocheting with Yo-Yo and Claire and headbands to keep your ears warm under your bobble hat, sending them with the cake and skull. Thank you, my sweet.
I'm not wanting a band.
That would be great, Lindsay. I tried to put it up on here, but couldn't do it. Antoinette, I'll share it. What? I love that film. Rick Mayall, and she squashes his head in fridge. I think it's brilliant. So, do you know, Dave? Candyman, the first one that come out is the best one.
We've seen that new one, haven't
the
we?
new one is shite.
You can't say that.
I can't.
No, you can't.
The new one, for my opinion,
it's
is
not very good. It's not
shit. Drop Dead Fred. That's it.
Right, it's
not Face. That were it.
Cobwebs.
Cobwebs. Oh dear, never seen it, but I know it's famously scary. The first one, Lorna, I wouldn't say. Do you know? To me, they're not scared. Do you know? Horror films don't scare me. Supernatural films get me on edge, because I'm more believable on a supernatural than a horror, especially when it's to do with like Candyman or the other ones. I just think it's
not scary. The new one, I didn't like
the new one. The new one were rubbish. It was very weird. Blood gory, and it were like, really? No, I didn't really like that. Tracy's got cobwebs. Listen, Mason, leave Tracy alone. Shaun of the Dead is a classic. That is so funny. Shaun of the Dead. It is classic. It's just funny. Never watched a scary movie. Closest thing I've watched is The Night Watch, or whatever it was called, that the BBC did. Oh, Scotty, we'll have to open your eyes to some new scary movies. Don't watch The Fog, though. I think it was 1970 something. That still scares me to this day. Are you and John dressing up for Halloween? That'd be telling. That would be telling. We shall see whether we might not start off, but I don't know. We'll that's going to be a surprise. That'll be a surprise. I like horror films. That House of Wax. I think that weren't a good. That even Karen. Imaginary Friends, Drop Dead Fred. Film that make your imagination work overtime and freak yourself out. Exactly. But they're more supernatural, don't you think, Claire, than horror? Don't watch the Saw films. See, the Saw films again, for me, I didn't enjoy them. I'd rather go back and watch horrors at 80s, just because they just, to me, they were just proper scary. I don't think I think it's just a lot of it now is just gore. I think it's more gory than scary. For some reason, they seem to be going down that bloodlust thing. Teenage Mutant Turtles scares me. There was one film I watched as a kid. Oh, and it had a green man pop up out at toilet. It weren't Gremlins, but it was similar to Gremlins.
Critters.
Weren't Critters. Oh, can anybody fit? Teeth was just horrendous. The worst one I've ever watched was that Centipede one with people that were nasty. People who wrote So. Hostel. I didn't mind Hostel. It weren't. It was okay. I don't know, blood and gore horror. I love horror supernatural. Tusk classed as a horror, but it was more of a thriller. And Twisted. I have to look out for that one. What did DQ put? Teeth. Teeth were good. Teeth again. It was funny. But it was like the Centipede. I hope it never really happened in real life, though, because that'd be mortifying if it did. Human Centipede. Can I ask one question? Why did they make it? Why? I know. I'll never understand it. Again, Scream to me, it were more of a comedy horror, a funny horror, than a horror. But the human caterpillar one, oh my god, it would just don't watch the Centipede. The Living Dead is funny. It is. Okay, I'll watch that then. Oh, you've got to. If you haven't seen the human caterpillar, it is a must watch. Hey, Brad, talking about scary movies, I like Halloween, the first movie, but she frustrates me when the babysitter runs up the stairs instead of out the door. Exactly. They've got to make it a little bit more. Evening, Marie. I find since being an investigator, horrors are not scary. I don't think, again, I think I was brought up on horrors. So for me, it was different. It weren't something that would be scared over. But like I said, the paranormal ones, the supernatural ones, they don't scare me because obviously we go out and we investigate. But it can give me the heebie-jeebies at times.
Thing is with horror films, I don't find horror films scary.
Zombieland, love them.
What I find not more scary, but more, like I said, puts you on edge, were things that we used to watch when we were younger, like that. Oh God, what do they call it? I've just thought of it then.
Children of the Corn.
No.
Amaras and Horror.
Other one.
Tales of the Unexpected.
Tales of the Unexpected. That were just weird.
Ouija is a good film. I've watched that one.
Tales of the Unexpected. That were just weird.
They were weird. But they were like, they could go out of a room and come back in it, and they were in a never escaping room, weren't they?
There were all sorts of different ones.
Yeah. I know it's not reals, but I like the X-Files. I think that were really good as well. Mohammed Highlands, John, it's the Turkish delight, man.
Mohammed.
Oh dear. I love Tales of the Unexpected and Twilight Zone. Twilight Zone were a good one as well. I hope you're well, Mohammed. Most Haunted used to scare me.
I was only young when I first started watching that Tales of the Unexpected. I watched it with my granddad. And that music used to freak me out.
Yeah, when it was going around with merry-go-round kind of thing, like, with mirrors, weren't it?
Mirrors and little flames, and they were like that woman dancing.
House of Wax, yeah. I mean, they're all good films in their own way, but for me, I loved
V. V was the series, the original series was absolutely
back
amazing.
In 80s.
V,
yeah, when we were mixing with aliens that looked like humans. Were that V then?
Yeah, but they're actually reptiles. It was amazing.
Yeah, but stuff like I think it is. I just think that the films that are made today just aren't like, they need to make their own instead of going back and remaking something that was damn good when it was first made.
I think
don't go and do it.
Wanging.
Free Willy?
No, I think he's wanging his Willy.
Are you wanging? I watch Silent Witness, but don't like the music at the start. Hey, Sophie. I love Insidious films. I am a Star Trek. I like Star Trek. And I like
the original Star Trek. Yeah. And I like Picard.
And Obi-Wan Kenobi.
I weren't that keen on Deep Space Nine.
Star Wars. I love Star Wars. Wanging.
And with Enterprise. I weren't right.
Joe, have you never seen anybody wang the wanger? Look what teabagging is, and that's what wanging the wanger is. So, but there's nobody underneath.
Shadow in the Tales of the Unexpected. Wow, that's interesting, Lorna.
Really? I'd never knew that. That was who Robert England played. It played in V. He did, yeah, he did play in V. No, I'm not. John. No, I'm not, John. I don't know what you said to Mohammed.
So I'm not a fan of that Deep Space Nine. I like Star Trek,
yeah.
But I didn't like.
Just don't watch Tea on Hump Night.
Just like Helicopter.
That's all right. Sophie, it's no worries. Teabagging. Joe, I'd never heard of teabagging either. I had to be explained. I don't know if it was last year or year before what teabagging was. And it got explained to me by my, at the time, I think it was 14-year-old son and John. We were watching this thing called, what film called now? That was a series that we watched with
Prison Break.
And there were a bloke in there.
And they called him Teabag.
Yeah, and they called him Teabag. And I were like, I don't get why he's called Teabag. And John and Mike's were like, are you for real? And I went, yeah. And then Mike says, haven't you ever heard of teabagging? And I said, no, I've never heard of teabagging. But yeah, it's
yeah, especially after someone teabagged the ghost.
Paranormal line is the poltergeist. The first one, the little girl, she died from some kind. Yeah, I remember that. And her sister, she died. And my boyfriend, they say the film got some problems because they used real schools during the film of the movie. And recently watched Rosemary's Baby documentary. Do you know? Absolutely agree with that though, Brad. Them two films, Rosemary's Baby and Poltergeist. I think, in fact, I'm not sure if something happened to both the children in Poltergeist. But I remember that where they dug with all the graves, they did actually use real skeletons in water as they were coming. But yeah, it were horrendous. But yeah, I'd say two classic films there. And the other film that I saw, I do like it, was Christine. Christine was just a classic. The Car. Have you seen it?
Yeah, I'm trying to think.
Yeah, I read about it, Brad. I read up on that. Hey, Terry.
Tell you a good film to watch.
Oh, don't listen to him.
I bet there's at least two people on there that like this film.
Two.
Yeah.
I hope you're right, my lovely. But yeah, it's true. There were another one. Were it I'm going to say Corona, and it's not Corona, but it began. I'm sure it began with a C. And everybody that worked on the film,
You'll like it.
They everything happened. Something happened to producer, to the people that was on. It was crazy. I can't remember what it was called.
I was talking about.
Whisper to me what teabagging means. Google teabagging. Google teabagging, but look on pictures.
Lindsay.
Let's see. Is a good. I'm sure it began with a C. Yeah.
Maximum Overdrive.
Never seen it.
Emilio Estevez is in it.
Oh, I'd like it then if he's in it. Cujo was another good one. No, don't Google teabagging.
Don't Google Blue Waffle either.
I'm sure it was something like Conan. I don't know. No. It were about a play.
Kahula?
No, I can't remember what it is. I like Blade. What is teabagging? Never heard of that. Google, Brad. Google and look on Google Pictures when you put what is teabagging.
Go. Maverick likes it.
Maximum Overdrive was a hell of a film. I'll have to watch that. We'll have to see if we can do that. What was it? No, it's not Carrie. I like Carrie though. Again, it was one of them films that it was just so good that with Carrie. I'm off. I have an overactive mind and can't cope with crossover films and reality. Oh, bless you, Debs. I love the film Face Off. I like Face Off. That were John Travolta and what do you call him? Nicolas Cage, weren't it? But yeah, Shining, class film. Hang on, I will research it. What, teabagging? Carrie freaked me out. I think Carrie freaked a lot out when it first came out.
Okay, we're wrong. Only one person like Maximum Overdrive.
Yeah, see. But yeah, I can't remember that. Although I will look and I will find the name of it. I think it was a Chinese film, or it was based in China. But it was the name of a town.
Big Trouble in Little China. That's a good film.
But that's not an alright. Silence of the Lamb. I enjoy Silence of the Lamb. It was very quirky. It was very the characters were fabulous. Terry, I remember leaping out of my seat at the end. Carrie, yeah. And didn't they use pig blood in Carrie for that last bit? Fight Club. Again, yeah, Fight Club. I love that. But then again, I liked him. Seven were a good film. Calviar. No, I don't think it was that one. The Ring. See, The Ring for me, it were too It will like watching. It sounds daft, but it will like watching. It will like watching fakeness.
What was that film about that began with C?
I can't remember. It was something to do with tunnels under town and this big clock tower. But I can't remember what it were. But they were. If it just.
It's not The Descent you were on
No,
about,
it's not The Descent. I'm sure it begins with a C. It could be Descent, but it's not. I'm sure it begins with a C. Listening, but I'm busy. I won't be typing. Loving all these old films. I know. It was Paint Shadow over here at the end, weren't it? I'm not sure, Marie. I thought they'd use pig blood. But then again, that could be just as kids what we were. No, it weren't Catacombs.
Tunnels,
it was only about a 4 or 5. Like, we're only a 4 or 5 word. But I've not watched it because I don't think I can't remember if it were in English. I've not actually watched it, but I've been told it's been the behind it, the superstition behind it. When all the actors
creepers,
all the actors just put in films that horror films that people were affected, supernatural films that people were affected after, and it might come up on that. I don't think it were. Green Mile's a class film. Green Mile's just absolutely.
You say Green Mile and it's come up with Bathroom.
Child's Play, Chucky, love Chucky. Lindsay, do you enjoy? I like Dracula films. I think you like Dracula films, don't you? And to be fair, the new Dracula films that have come out, or the series, are absolutely spot on. Chucky's Bride. I never got on with Chucky's Bride. Chud is a 1984 American science fiction film. Andrew Burton and starring John Danielston, Christian. The plot concerns a New York shelter man disappearance. No, it's not that one. The Conjuring, I've seen that. That's good. Pet Cemetery, but don't you think the original Pet Cemetery was 1,000 times better than the new one? No, but I like The Crow.
Raw, Psycho.
No.
Green Inferno.
No.
Antichrist, Exorcist.
I will have a look.
Reversible Blade.
Yeah, give me that. You talk for a bit.
No,
because you'll not find it. Sling Blade. I've not seen Sling Blade, Charles. What's that about? I like The Crow. Anything Stephen King I enjoy. Stephen King's are just brilliant. The first one Tim Curry in were just outstanding. The new version of it is it's rubbish. I watched it the other night and it were like, why have they done it? They've not. There were nothing wrong with if the first film's shit, yeah, redo it. But if it's look, so she's Perrault season, it might not even be a C. It could be an H. Wow.
It went host, were it?
No,
no, because I'm fine.
You do talking because you don't know what you're looking for.
I don't know what to talk about.
So. Scarecrow was outstanding in a field. Sorry, I couldn't resist that dad joke.
The cut.
No. Hey, hon, you okay? Hope you're well, Tracy, my lovely. Dreamcatcher. I don't know if I've seen Dreamcatcher. See, do you know what do you call them? A Nightmare on Elm Street. Nightmare on Elm Street. The best one for me was the Dreamcatcher one. When I was a kid in the 70s, I used to watch a TV show called The Ghost and Mrs. Murr and Night and Dark Shadows, a soap opera about vampire and ghosts. There was a TV show filmed in Britain. I saw it on Facebook. It was so released that people thought like awesome old radio show. War of the Worlds, when they felt a bunch of people. Yes, I think that would done be Rachel Green. Right, Rachel Green? Not sure, but I think I can remember that one you're on about. It's not The Cave, no. All I can remember, Mav, it was something to do with something being built under tunnels or under the village. But it sort of like come out and it went across water and they were like tall tower and it was something I can't remember. But I'm going to find it because nobody's gonna know what it is. Freddy v. Jason, very funny, but I think they're crap films. I'm sorry, but I really, really do. I don't get the Freddy and Jason thing. I just need a break for a couple of weeks from paranormal. Oh, bless you, sweets. Well, come and join us on a Tuesday. It's never paranormal. Nightmare on Elm Street. First one were good, but for me with Nightmare on Elm Street, I thought the first one were good, and then I thought after that they were all rubbish bar the dream ones. Oh my God, Lynn's teabagging, and did you know the female version is a clam slam? I didn't know a female version was a clam slam. I wouldn't even know what a clam slam is, so I will Google clam slam.
Well, I think you can imagine what it is.
I think so. Cloverfield. I think we've seen Cloverfield. Yeah. We have, haven't we? Humpty Dumpty. The series on Netflix I watched. I'm trying to move it up with my fingers.
You can. It's touchscreen.
Jules. Is it touchscreen? Are you telling me lies? Telling me lies, you know.
I thought it were.
No. Season I watched last night coming that match was really good. Stick past the first 2 episodes. There's 7 episodes in total and 1 hour long. So it gets better. It gets more interesting after the first 2. Cheers, Jules, my lovely. Why does everything relate to fish? I don't know. What's related to fish? A clam slam. I might say to Jordan in the morning or to Dan, I might say, have you heard of a clam slam? They'll not be impressed, I'll tell you. There's a 10 Cloverfield Lane and the Cloverfield Paradox. We'll look into that. I like a good story, but it seems that nowadays a lot of special effects rely on gore. Exactly. I rather have a good story, especially when it comes to the paranormal. Freddy Krueger and all that stuff. Not me. I think Northern Cameron was in Santa Cruz. My friends made me watch Hellraiser's classic. That was not fun. That same, you're telling a live vacation. There was an earthquake. That was even scarier, and I never forget that vacation. I don't like real gore movies. No, I'm not a gore movie fan. Escape from Alcatraz, love that film. I think there's just so many classics in there. So many classic films that you can. I don't even think you could list all classics, to be fair. I mean, one of my favourite films from being little is Slapshot. And I don't know. John's is Ghostbusters. Mine's Slapshot. And that Slapshot where watch Paul Newman.
That's that, I know.
What's that?
That new Ghostbusters film.
You're abusing me by hitting me.
Didn't hit you. I will hit you in a minute. I can blame the medication.
Oh dear.
Side effects of medication.
What? Where it twitch?
Yeah, you get a twitch to slap you.
Oh dear. Do you know, Escape from Alcatraz? I do believe they made it to the other side.
Afterlife,
I think they got it. I think they survived that water. And I think they went out, or 2 of them did, and they went on to live a good life, I think, after. But yeah.
Must have been my other favourite films are Pirates of the Caribbean, but even if they made a new one, I don't think I'd watch it.
No.
Because they're refusing
One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
They're refusing to let Johnny Depp play Captain Jack anymore, aren't they?
Good. Not so if I've seen that. Never seen Ghostbusters, Tracy. How dare you? I wouldn't have even said out. Don't think I've watched I can't remember if I've watched Cape Fear or not. Zombie ones I like. I do. I've got to admit, Crocodile Dundee, Harry Potter. Yeah. I think I forgot what we're going to say now. I think a lot of people though we're all the same. We all like. You've got, it's like music, isn't it? There's so many different varieties, and same when it comes to films. I don't think anybody could say about thing Hocus Pocus. It's a good. I've got to admit, it is a good one, but it's not one that I'd go back and watch over and over again. Pirates of the Caribbean, the first one was the best one. There's lots of references to the dark ride at Disneyland. What in first one? I didn't know that one. Yeah, shut it, Mason. They still have DVDs. Do you really? We've got some DVDs though, to be fair. Have you seen Power? Love
Powder.
that one. Powder. No. Goonies classic. Second one's out soon. Hocus Pocus 2. I think I'll give that a miss. Yeah.
You're watching Ghostbusters Afterlife.
I'm not. You can watch Ghostbusters Afterlife.
After all crap I watch with you, you can watch it.
What crap do you watch with me? We're watching at minute. Joe, no, do you know I love it when Joe's back home? We get to watch all sorts, and at minute we're watching. I don't know if it's 90 Day Wedding. Married at First Sight. Oh, I think it's class. It's Australian version, I think, at minute. And it's just amazing. It's just yeah. Wow. They just really select. I'm back again. Lad still needs his mummy only because he can't put his quilt in his quilt.
He can't put his quilt in his quilt.
Oh, bless him. Mummy's job that. Get it done.
Yeah, should be mummy's job. You should be doing
The biggest anxiety I ever had was when Zebedee said, "Time for bed," on the Magic Round. When Johnny Depp and his other pirate friends get trapped in the jail and there's a dog holding a key on the ride. The Pirates of the Caribbean, the pirates are robots, and the dog that's holding the key as you go by this theme, you're in a boat. Oh, wow. I'd love to have a go at that. Powder is a great one and it's supernatural themed. I'll have a look for that one, Steve. You should be able to get that.
Why are you apologising for coming back, Antoinette?
I don't know. Never apologise. Carrie is a good one also. See, The Gift. There's loads in it. We could go on and on and on about them. But yeah. So I think what we're going to do, guys, is we're going to call it a night for now. I may pop back on later if I can't sleep. And this week is going to be Halloween-themed nights. So when we come back on, we will be looking into some of the things that we've already talked about at the beginning. But we'll look at all the ins and outs. So I think it's going to be an interesting week. It is raining all week, so there's no way that we can get out. If we do get a chance to get out, we will. But I'll try and keep a wide berth. Just shout before he's bed in. He's 16 going, don't. I keep out at teenagers' rooms. Just not worth going in. Not worth it. Just make sure that when they leave, they buy you 6 new cups, and then all mouldy ones in bedrooms can get chucked. So thank you to all our moderators for popping in. Thank you for all our...
Wear gloves when you're picking crusty socks up.
Yeah. Family for joining us tonight. And I think it's going to be fab. And a big thank you to Claire, because Halloween wouldn't have been happening if it wasn't for Claire. So we all owe Claire a thing. So yeah, so Halloween special is on the 31st.
We owe a thing.
What
thing do we owe her?
Did I say we owe her a thing?
Yeah.
I didn't. You're saying words out my mouth. But Scotty put crusty what?
Crusty sock. It's not my teenage boys' room, to be honest.
Dear, I wouldn't know.
You wouldn't know.
Listen, not embarrassing my son. So we shall be back on tomorrow. I will keep a check on because Halloween's not for a fortnight. But then on Saturday the 6th, we won't be live because it is the daughter's getting married. So we may come on just to show you how we look at the beginning of the night. We might do a 5-minute live in between going somewhere just to show you how we look at the beginning, and then when we get in a mega live in members. So anyway, take care, guys. Have a good night. Have a fantastic day, and we shall see you soon. Are you going to bed now, love? Okay, so we shall see you soon. And for those that don't sleep or are up all day, thank you, Brad. We shall. I may see you later on. So,
Halloween is a week this Sunday, sweet.
Yeah. So we've got this
Week.
weekend,
Next.
and then it's the weekend after, isn't it?
Mm.
So yeah, so we've got like a build up, haven't we? So we can do a build up to Halloween starting from tomorrow.
Well, that
So,
week, Halloween weekend, we will be out all weekend.
Even if weather's rubbish.
Well, we'll try and sort somewhere.
Yeah.
For Saturday
All
night.
right. Okay.
Or I'll be
Right.
out if Lindsay won't.
Yeah,
Anyway.
I'm going to do tarot as well one night this week for those that want a free reading. For those that want to book in, please do so. And yeah, we shall catch you all later.
Bye.
Take care, guys. Love you all loads, and see you soon. Mwah.